Good morning, viewers. For all of you who are joining us at this moment, India has avenged Pahalgam. All those who lost their lives, the grieving families have come out in support and have actually said that what has happened at 1:44 a.m. this morning is what they were expecting and nothing less. India has actually struck at 9 terror hotbeds in Pakistan, going deep inside Pakistan. In fact, there are 4 points inside Pakistan, going to the extent of going inside with 150 kilometers.
Terror headquarters of Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed have been hit in this precision strike, which all the 3 forces of the Indian Army, Navy and the Air Force have conducted together. 26 innocent, those who died in Pahalgam, their deaths have been avenged. A strong and loud message has been sent to Pakistan. Let's get you more details at this moment, because remember, ladies and gentlemen, after India, in fact, has now conducted these strikes, very categorically it has been said, none of the Pakistani army installations, economic installations or the civilian installations have been targeted in these strikes. It is only the terror and their launch pads, headquarters, which have been, in fact, hit by the Indian precision strike. Pakistan has now lit up the line of control and the border, international border along Jammu and Kashmir. India is retaliating in equal and more measure. Casualties of the Pakistani army have been reported.
In 2 hours from now, the Indian Army will be holding a press conference. At 11 a.m. is when the Cabinet Committee on Security Affairs meets. Through the night, Prime Minister has been monitoring Operation Sindoor. Let me bring in Aishwarya Jain, who joins us live from Vijay Chowk. In some time from now, visuals will start also coming in of this very important meeting which will be taking place. Aishwarya, what should we be expecting in the next 1.5 hours?
Well, first the press conference, a joint press conference by the Ministry of Defence and Ministry of External Affairs at the National Media Centre. What we have been told is that a statement will be read by the representatives from the Ministry of Defence regarding Operation Sindoor. It is, of course, post that what we will see is the CCS that will be chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi at 7 Lok Kalyan Marg, and post that a full-fledged cabinet meeting in which, of course, there would be the government who would be briefing about the entire operation to the cabinet colleagues as well, and what decisions perhaps the government of India takes now to combat the reaction of the Pakistani side, and how the India's response would be. But very important to note over here is government of India, ticking each and every box possible, and all of those smaller meetings that led to the bigger action that India had done, all were in alignment. And of course, now what we are hearing is from different political parties as well. The statements have coming in. All are unitedly supporting the government and certainly backing our Indian armed forces. And that's where we have been also told that the government might call the all-party meeting later today or tomorrow to brief the political parties as well. So certainly it is a joint plan of action that we can see perhaps in next 2 or 3 days in terms of what government's internal action would be. But certainly all eyes would be at 10 a.m. when the Ministry of Defence and Ministry of External Affairs would be conducting that press conference.
Yes, so India has executed Operation Sindoor, which is a calibrated military response to the Pahalgam terror attack, in which terror hubs in Pakistan, including Mudrike and Bahawalpur, have been targeted. I can see Sunil Prabhu, who continues to be with us. Sunil has been reporting since 2 a.m. from right outside Rajnath Singh's residence. Rajnath Singh, the defense minister, Sunil, in fact, within minutes of the detailed press release which was put out by the Ministry of Defence, said, Jai Hind Ki Sena. That was a message that how India has achieved what Rajnath Singh also, the defense minister, had spoken about just 24 hours back, that whatever Indians are expecting, that sentiment is going to be reflected in India's action.
That's right, Maria. In fact, Jai Hind has a very, very important significance, because if you speak to any army officer or anybody from the armed forces, they always say Jai Hind first. And that's important. And when you say Operation Sindoor, you know, the mark it signifies a lot with the red, vermilion it makes. That very, very important distinction that India is avenging what has happened to innocent people who lost their lives. They had no relation to terror or to the incidents that had happened, and Pakistan-sponsored terrorism has and made them a victim. It's been a horrific few days and weeks for them, and many of those families will be happy that there has been some kind of avenging for what has been a very, very unfortunate incident in Pahalgam. So it's in that backdrop that India has struck at 9 places in a calibrated manner, non-military as it says, at the root of terror. People who have been responsible for Pak-sponsored terrorism on our borders, be it the Jaish-e-Mohammed, be it the Lashkar-e-Taiba. And we are told at 10 o'clock there will be the Ministry of External Affairs, there will be the Ministry of Defense, the Ministry the Armed Forces, in the sense the Army Chief as well as the Indian Air Force will be present at the briefing. There will be a statement. We'll wait and see how things play out, but definitely these are very, very tense moments, because we'll now have to see what does our neighbor on the other side decide to do, whether they will respond or not. And those are, extremely important steps. And what is the response that we do in this backdrop? So it's a critical state of a thing, but at this, it's tense moments, but we'll wait and see, Maria.
Absolutely, because where it goes from here, it all depends on Pakistan, because India has demonstrated its capacity. We have only hit the terror targets, nothing else, but there is a lot of significance in what and the areas which have been targeted. Let me go across to Vishnu Shom, our colleague, just to give you a sense of how important and significant are these strikes.
All right, well, let's just bring you a map, give you a full idea of where it's taken place. What makes it particularly significant is that none of these were shallow strikes, which is what took place in 2016 during the surgical strikes. 2019 was somewhat deeper, but Bahawalpur doesn't lie west of Jammu and Kashmir. It lies west of Rajasthan and Punjab, approximately 150 kilometers from the international border. 150 kilometers from the international border means that the strike which took place over here in Bahawalpur is the deepest strike that has taken place by India on a target in Pakistan since the 1971 war. If we move further north, there have been strikes which have taken place along the line of control and the international border as well. These are some of the major areas. There have been others as well where strikes have taken place. In the Muridke area, there's been another major terror camp which has been targeted. That lies 30 kilometers, or lay 30 kilometers inside Pakistan. In the Sawai camp, again 30 kilometers inside Pakistan. Gulpur, another area which is struck. There have been other areas as well, but these are some of the main ones where India has gone in. The point being that from approximately 25 to 35 kilometers in the line of control and the international border area of Jammu and Kashmir to 150 kilometers opposite Rajasthan and Punjab, these strikes have gone in using long-range weaponry. As a result of this, this entire area, all across, going all the way north along the line of control and the international border, that has been active. It has been active as a result of very heavy shelling which has taken place from Pakistan. India has responded. We have inflicted significant casualties all across the line of control. This, of course, is the boundary as we claim it, the line of control a little bit inside, and that is where we have actually hit Pakistan very hard. Our sources confirming that there have been casualties on the Pakistani side as well. Let's move on now to the next page, give you a few more details of what exactly the situation is. So do we have any more graphics that we can bring up for our viewers? Right, so this is important. Again, this is Bahawalpur, what I was talking about, 150 kilometers west of Punjab, Rajasthan. It is the terror group Jaish-e-Mohammed's headquarters. The headquarters of the Jaish-e-Mohammed has been blown up. That's the significance of this particular target. It is absolutely critical after so many decades of terrorism, India has destroyed the headquarters of the Jaish-e-Mohammed. Bahawalpur was a planning hub for several major terrorist attacks which took place. There are other important points which are also there. Let's focus a little bit now on Muridke. I was talking about Bahawalpur earlier on. Let's talk about Muridke. This is the major base of the Lashkar-e-Taiba that has been taken out and destroyed. These were very precision-guided weaponry. We use SCALP missiles, long-range cruise missiles, hammer missiles as well. Muridke, why is that important? Because the 2611 Mumbai attackers had trained over here. Right over here, 30 kilometers inside Pakistan. That camp is gone. Let's focus on Gulpur. Gulpur is over here, a little bit to the north, along what appears to be the line of control. Right, the LOC, Gulpur is a launch pad for attacks in the Rajouri and Poonch area in 2023-2024. Savai is over here, or opposite or near Gujranwala in Pakistan. That was an important terrorist area as well. And Kotli, another area, we haven't marked all of them. Sarjal, Barnala, these are all close to the line of control areas where terrorists were trained. We often use the words terror training camp. These weren't just terror training camps or launch pads. This is what the hub of Pakistan's terror network. Many of those, including the main camp of the headquarters of the Jaish-e-Mohammed, has been blown up.
Yes, let's now look at this video which has been put out by MyGov, which is the official handle of the Government of India, and then I'll go to the reporters.
आतंकियों की बची खुची जमीन को भी मिट्टी में मिलाने का समय आ गया है।
जिद है मेरी दर्द चीर के निकल चुका, मौका मिले तो करूं मैं ये दोबारा। जुनून में आग लेके बढ़ती मेरी कोशिशों को चाहिए ना कोई और सहारा। जिद है मेरी दर्द चीर के निकल चुका, मौका मिले तो करूं मैं ये दोबारा। जुनून की आग में उबलती मेरी कोशिशों को चाहिए ना कोई और सहारा।
चक्का जिते अत मिलन बधाइयां, चक्का जिते
धन्यवाद करती हूँ, उनसे बहुत थैंक यू कहती हूँ कि उन्होंने मेरे पति की मौत का बदला लिया है।
So this has been put out by the official handles of the Government of India. The significance, ladies and gentlemen, of this, that the message which was in fact which the Prime Minister wanted to give as he spoke right after the Pahalgam attack, that message has been delivered loud, very loud in fact, in Pakistan, and clear across, not just in Pakistan but across the globe as well, that India will not take these terror attacks lying down. Now, remember, these are very, very significant action that has been taking place. Like Vishnu was also explaining just a moment back, inside Pakistani territory in mainland Pakistan, possibly for the first time since the 1971 war, that an operation of this nature has taken place in POK, Pakistan-occupied Kashmir as well. But right at the head where you see the big bad boys of terror, the Pakistan's main export to the world, where they sit in their headquarters, even the message has been sent that they are not safe even if they sit deep in Pakistani territory. Nazir, Masoodi, Aishwarya, my colleagues are with us. Nazir, very quickly coming to you at this moment, heightened sense of security in Srinagar. Now, of course, the city would have woken up to what has been happening. It has been an uneasy night with the kind of air activity that we have seen over Srinagar. What's happening at this moment in Srinagar?
Well, when the schools around Srinagar airport have been closed, as we have reported earlier, schools in all the border districts across Jammu and Kashmir have been closed, which include Jammu, Kutwa, Samba, Poonch, Rajouri, Kupara, Baramulla, and Gurez as well. So it's a tense situation. There's multiple things which have been happening on the ground. Border areas have borne the brunt of Pakistani shelling, and even the marketplace like Tangdar have been ravaged by this heavy artillery shelling from Pakistan. 3 civilians have been killed, over a dozen have been injured. Condition of some of the injured is stated to be critical. It is very, very tense and difficult situation for the people living in the borders. Many have lost their homes and the business centers as well. In Pulwama, when fighter jet appears to have crashed during the night, and Air Force officials and the police is on the spot right now to clear the wreckage. So that's unclear what exactly has happened, but there have been several instances during the night. It was really night of confusion. There was massive air activity going on. But important thing this time is, unlike 2016 and 2019, when Pakistan was in denial mode, whether it was surgical strikes after Uri terror attack or it was the Balakot strikes after Pulwama suicide attack, both the times Pakistan was in a denial that nothing has happened, no damage has been caused. This time they are saying there have been 8 casualties, even as they claim all of them are civilian, mostly men and children. But the fact is, these places which have been targeted have been known as the terror headquarters, like the Jaish-e-Mohammed headquarters in Bahawalpur, Burdiki, this Lashkar-e-Taiba, or Markaz-e-Dawat Rashad, which was originally its name, and the Hizbul Mujahideen headquarters in Muzaffarabad and Kotli. All these places have been targeted during the by India, and clearly this time BVR technology has been used, which is beyond visual range technology has been used. You need not necessarily go inside and hit them, like it happened when Abhinandan had to eject from his fighter jet, and then he was captured for some days there. And eventually Pakistan was forced to release him and he moved back to India. But this time BVR technology was used to hit all the terror targets in Pakistan. 9 sites have been this targeted, and it has caused substantial damage also to Pakistani military installations across the line of control, as India has hit back very, very severely with artillery guns.
Yes, and the name of this entire operation, Operation Sindoor, cannot be missed either. It is that vermilion, that's what it stands for, Sindoor. It's symbolic of married women, worn by married women in India. And among those, remember on 22nd what played out? The men were separated from their spouses, their families, and they were shot dead. And among them was Lieutenant Vinay Narwal, a naval officer who was on honeymoon with his wife Himanshi Narwal. They had been married just 4 days ago. His wife has spoken out after this Operation Sindoor. Let's listen in.
ये बहुत ही अच्छी बात है कि जो उन्होंने मोदी साहब ने बदला लिया है, और मैं उनके साथ हूँ, जनता उनके साथ है और हमारा सारा परिवार उनके साथ है।
सेना के जवानों को मैसेज देना चाहेंगे आगे भी वो लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं?
मैं सेना के जवानों को यही मैसेज देना चाहती हूँ कि आगे बढ़ते रहो और ऐसे ही बदला लेते रहो कि ऐसी कोई घटना दोबारा न घटे। उनको मुंह तोड़ जवाब देना ऐसे ही देना चाहिए।
अब जब बदला लिया है तो अब क्या कहना चाहेंगे कि बाकी अक्रोश पूरा हुआ जो आपके मन में चल रहा था?
हाँ जी, मैं बहुत खुश हूँ उसके लिए, बहुत ज़्यादा ही खुश हूँ। और आगे मेरे हस्बैंड ही बोलेंगे।
श्रद्धांजलि मिली आपको लगता है उन तमाम लोगों को जिनकी जान गई पहलगाम में, सभी लोग?
हाँ जी, उन सभी को श्रद्धांजलि मिली है कि भाई उनकी जान जायज रही है, वो जो शहीद हुए हैं उनको न्याय मिला है।
ऑपरेशन
हम सब इस पल की प्रतीक्षा कर रहे थे, और जो भी सरकार ने निर्णय लिया है वो योग्य लिया है। और हमारी बस यही इच्छा है कि अभी जो भी ये संगठन है या ये जो ग्रुप्स है जो आतंकवादी हमले कर रहे हैं, इनको पूरी तरीके से निकाल के, मतलब ढूंढ के मार देना चाहिए और ख़त्म कर देना चाहिए।
जे हे नाव दिलंय त्याच्यासाठी मी त्यांचे आभार मानेल, कारण त्यांच्या सगळ्या लेकींचं सिंदूर त्या दहशतवाद्यांनी मिटवून टाकलं ना, आणि आज त्यांनी तेच नाव दिलं। मला ते नाव वाचल्यानंतर अतिशय डोळ्यात पाणी आलं की त्यांना जाणीव आहे आमची।
उनसे बहुत थैंक यू कहती हूँ कि उन्होंने मेरे पति की मौत का बदला लिया है। मैं बहुत छोटी हूँ, उन्हें कुछ भी कहने या नहीं कहने वाली, लेकिन हाँ, जिस तरीके से हमारे पूरे परिवार को उन पे विश्वास था, उन्होंने उसी तरीके से जवाब देके हमारे विश्वास को कायम रखा है। एंड आई एम रियली थैंकफुल।
हमें ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के बारे में न्यूज़ चैनल से, मतलब हमारे परिवार वालों के कॉल आए हमें, और तब पता चला कि भारत ने जो पहलगाम में हमला हुआ था उसके ऊपर आज उन्होंने रिएक्शन, मतलब उनको उत्तर दिया है इसके बदले में एयर स्ट्राइक करके। पहले तो मिशन का नाम सुन के हम लोगों को बहुत, मतलब मैं तो बहुत रो रही थी सुन के।
सिर्फ इतना बताना चाहूँगा कि मेरे पिताजी को और मेरे दोनों मामा को और जितने भी 28 लोग हैं उनको शांति मिली होगी ये देख के। और मेरा सिर्फ इतना कहना है कि ये सिर्फ एक अटैक नहीं होना चाहिए, जितने भी है सबको नेस्तनाबूद कर देना चाहिए।
All right, so just in a couple of hours from now, an hour and a half is when that important press conference will take place. I think just to contextualize what has taken place, we've shared the details with you. We will continue to do that. There have been about 9 terror camps in Pakistan, some very deep inside Pakistani territory, which have been struck. The Army and the Air Force struck, possible involvement of the Navy as well. But where does this now go? The situation is very fluid, it's unclear, it's very, very tense. The line of control in the international border have entirely opened up. Very intense artillery duels taking place. India has inflicted damage significant, including casualties on the Pakistani side along the international border and the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir and counter-artillery shelling. But the question that needs to be asked is, what happens next? Are we done? Is it over? Is India going to look to go in with more strikes, or does this end over here? Does Pakistan accept this? There have likely been Air Force activity and Air Force operations as well, which have taken place. There are reports of fighter aircraft which may have gone down. We are waiting for more confirmation on that. 10 o'clock is going to be crucial. What happens next? Is Pakistan, has this conflict, have the military strikes been right-sized to this level, or is there a potential of expansion? I think this is the key question, because if there is a potential of expansion, it means that we are one big step closer to war between India and Pakistan, to nuclear-armed neighbors. That is something which we clearly don't want at this time.
Two very quick details which are coming in at this moment. Leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi has also reacted to this operation and has put out an X, proud of our armed forces. Jai Hind is what Rahul Gandhi has said. One very quick thing, Vishnu, and if I, you can come in quickly on that as well. We have been speaking about what has been happening and how this has taken place, but also the fact of how Pakistan has used, and this is not the first time, misinformation, propaganda, to try and push some sort of a narrative as far as these strikes are concerned. One example, their defense minister first saying that they have captured some Indian soldiers, then denying it themselves, issuing a clarification. There is a lot of misinformation also coming in from the Pakistani side about, targeting Indian posts as well.
There's a huge amount of misinformation which has come out. And let me spell out what those are, because this is confirmed that this is misinformation. Number one, 15 locations hit inside India by missiles as a retaliatory strike by Pakistan. Fake news. Srinagar Air Force Base struck by the Pakistan Air Force. Fake news. A brigade headquarters of the Indian Army destroyed. Again, fake news. That said, it is very important for this chasm which has been created by way of lack of information on our side to be filled. Yes, it's 1.5 hours since the situation or left for the press conference to take place. But in the meantime, it is important for more information to come our way as well. But just in terms of a little bit more confirmed information, just 1 or 2 small press releases did come. Pakistan resorted to arbitrary firing, including artillery shelling from posts across the line of control and the international border. 3 innocent civilians have lost their lives. In subsequent information, which was shared to us by defense sources, India has retaliated heavily to that, and my sense is that that may not have ended immediately.
Okay, we have our reporters also joining us at this hour. Vasudha Venugopal is joining us from outside the Prime Minister's residence, which is 7 LKM. Ashwarya continues to report from Vijay Chowk, very close to South Block, where some meetings will be happening any moment now. Vasudha, coming to you. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been monitoring the entire Operation Sindoor through the night. He continues to monitor even as we speak. 11 a.m. is when he will be chairing the CCS, the crucial meeting But the message has been, and it has been happening since 22nd, when he was in Saudi Arabia. He flew down, cut short that trip in Saudi and came to India. And then the message came from him on 24th in Kishanganj, where he said that India will respond and it will be tracking, tracing and punishing them till the end of the earth.